Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going fabulous. Happy Tuesday to you all. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we're going to create a fall card. This is one of the die sets that are brand new from the Simon Says STAMPtember release. It's called Fanfare Frame. And when I first saw this cover plate, I thought, oh, this would make a pretty fall leafy kind of a background. So that's what we're going to do. But I wanted to create a little bit of sparkle in this background, so for that we're bringing in some of my Lawn Fawn pixie dust cardstock. This has it's a no shed iridescent glitter, but it's white, so I thought we'd add some sparkle to the front of it. I'll die cut out my cover plate with my glittery cardstock, and then we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. You're going to think, what what is she doing by the time I finish this? But the outcome is really pretty. I'll take my die cut cover plate, and I'm pencil marking the bottom areas of each of the designs on this panel, and I'm doing this on some Tuscan cardstock. This is from Spellbinders, and it's a new color of yellow cardstock, great for fall colors. So I have my pencil marks. Not so pretty, but it gets worse. And I'm going to bring in some fall colored inks. I'm using my Positively Saturated mini ink cubes. I have Woodsy, I have Fawn, and I also have Sherbet or Sorbet. I'm not sure which one we'll call Sherbet. We're going to add a little bit of Fawn just above my pencil mark, because I know this is where the design starts. And I'll do this to all of the pencil marks that are on this panel. And then after I get that done, I'm going over with my Sherbet, which is the orange. And it's not looking really pretty, but bear with me, because you've heard of messy coloring that turns out really pretty. Well, this is messy ink blending. Stick with me, because once you put the cover plate on top of this, or the cover plate die, it'll look just so pretty. Now, while I have my inks out, we're going to ink blend a piece of Dune cardstock. This is like I think if you were to use craft cardstock, you could do the same thing. I wanted to do a fade with my Woodsy ink, which is brown. And I'm going to add in a little bit of that Fawn over the Woodsy, because it is very dark. And to do that, I have to wipe off my blending brush. But we'll bring this up to the middle, and then I'll flip my panel around, and we're going to add orange, our Sherbet ink, on the reverse side. Basically, it's going to look really Halloween, but we're going to die cut this out with our sentiment. Once these two are blended together, I have a Thankful die. This is the Simon Says stamp. It is the bold Thankful die. We're going to use this and die cut out a sentiment. The width of this is 4 1/4, so it'll fit the width of an A2 card base. And I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. While I'm die cutting, I'm also going to die cut out a strip the same way with my pixie dust cardstock. I want my letters on my Thankful to be sparkly, so we have both of these. There's my Thankful, but I do want a little bit more of a bold edge on my sentiment, so I'm going back in with my Woodsy ink, inking up the bottom, creating that bold bottom edge. After we have this done, I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock. We're going to adhere it to our Thankful greeting. I have a little bit overhanging, so I'll trim that off. Just making sure it's lined up. I think that's nice fall colors. It went from kind of Halloween colors to fall colors with the brown and the oranges. Now what we're going to do is add glue, and then we're going to dot the piece that goes in our A. I basically inset that, and then I'll pick it up with my craft pick and make sure it's glued down. That way our A is whole once more. And then I did take that same bold Thankful die, and I die cut out my greeting once more, but this time with pop-up foam. I'm going to go over those letters. I'll take the foam letters and pop them or inlay them into my Thankful greeting. And we haven't used the pixie dust cardstock yet. We're going to do that right now. So this way we have some dimension and some sparkle. And I'm going to do that to all of the letters. We'll add the foam and then the sparkle cardstock or the glitter cardstock right over the top. And then our greeting will be all finished. Now we're going to take our Fanfare frame, flip it over, add some adhesive behind the reverse side, and then this is where the magic happens. It kind of goes from ugly to pretty. And I used my detail blending brushes for this, but if you want to go over your pencil marked with finger daubers, you could do that too. But you see how it just, the cover plate takes over your messy coloring. It turns out so pretty. So messy color, guys, with those cover plates. I'm going to adhere this to an A2 card base. And then I have the same color cardstock that we use for our background, which is the Spellbinders Tuscan cardstock. I have a strip. We are going to create a scalloped edge with the C&CT stamp stitched, scallop stitch die set. And I also am going to create a circle with vellum. And if you watch me earlier this month, I had created this little songbird for a Christmas card. I created another one for a fall card to show how the versatility in this die. The bird was really easy to put together, and if you guys want to check that video out, I'll link it at the end or up here at the very top. You can click on that. It'll take you to where I created this bird. I placed my scallop edge underneath my thankful, and then I'm bringing in some black and white baker's twine. We're going to tie a bow off to the left just for some texture on this card. I'm going to go ahead and trim the tails of my bow, and I love the way these letters are popped up, and you can use the negative pieces that we had left over too to make another greeting. We're going to add adhesive behind here, and then we'll take our vellum. I'm going to place it on my card base where I want it to go. I'll tack down my thankful on that vellum, and then I'll pick them both up and add a little bit more adhesive just behind the vellum, so I know it's really tacked down good. And then I have that little bit overhanging we trimmed off with a little bit of the bird tail. And then I did pop up the bird with a little bit of foam tape too. Now for some bells and whistles, we have some gems. This is a container I picked up from C&CT Stamp. It's from Buttons Galore, and there's a lot of fall colored gems in here. I'm going to add a few of these, and I'm going to place them around the bird and around the vellum area, just using a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to also take a gem. This is the Fashion Jet gems from Spellbinders. I like using these as eyes for critters. There's the smallest one will fit perfectly in the eye of my bird, and this just adds even a little bit more texture on my card. I am going to add some sparkle to our bird's wings. I didn't do this with the card that I created earlier, but I think a little sparkle for Thanksgiving is nice. I'm using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. And that finishes my card today. I hope you get a chance to check out the C&CT STAMPtember release. It's pretty fabulous. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Have a great day. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.